Hello everybody, it's Christine. It's time for a scrapbook process video, and today it's actually time for a Color Rush Studio design team video, you guys. So what I have is the Be Kind collection, and these are the papers I pulled out. I actually have enough for one more layout, probably even two to be honest, but I know for sure I'm going to do one more because I have an idea about it. But here's what I've got today, and you can kind of see I have this green, this pretty green like floral. I have a nice kind of blue with like there's a big floral here. It's like it's very tone on tone, very subtle. And the basis, I've got these two pieces here. I think I'm going to actually fussy cut this one and possibly the little birdhouse. And I have this other blue here as kind of a backup for, I may map my photo or something, but I got white cardstock too, and I'll show you a photo in a second. But I know what I want to do here is fussy cut this guy out because I'm going to put that on that side. And the reason for the fussy cut is I think I may take these and put them up here in the corner. The other thing I need to do yet still is we had a challenge this month to use our frazzles in a creative way. And I'm kind of thinking, I have an idea, but I'm going to have to think on it. So I don't want to tell you just yet because if it's not the thing I end up with, I want to have a different plan. My photo is just me and my mama. And I think I actually might have used a Snapchat tip filter, to be honest with you, put lip makeup on us. But I think we were on I don't know where we were, to be honest. I feel like we were on a little trip, but I couldn't tell you for certain. But we were just in the back seat of the car. I know that part. And so I also wanted to include this card. She'd gotten this for me. I think it's a Mother's Day card, actually, that she got me. Because just this being a mom's not an easy thing. And she's just, you know, she loves you, Mama. But it's got her handwriting. So I definitely want to make sure that I need to be able to open it, I guess is the point. So I'm kind of thinking that might go like that or something. And I'm going to put our picture maybe in here in this area kind of way. I haven't decided exactly. But this color palette really kind of goes pretty well with this. It's got purple on it, but it's got this pretty daisy, which is got the little ladybugs over here. There's the butterflies. So I think it just goes. And I've been wanting to document this little card. I found it in my craft room when I was cleaning up. And I thought, you know, I need to document that. So I'm going to play with this a little bit. Yeah, I got to think on that just a tad. So let me do a little bit of cutting. Oh, and I still have, you guys, basically, I have this entire chipboard, not entire, I'm going to use some of this stuff, but I got this chipboard piece here. I thought to use Bloom for the title, but I'm not certain now. And I do still have the ephemeras, and I do still have this cute little carrots, enamel dots. I have the burlap. I may use the burlap, you guys. That could be pretty. And stuff like that. So, haven't 100% decided what I'm doing that way. That's just leftover packaging. So, let me go ahead and start cutting some stuff and think on my frazzle situation here. And I will be back on in just a second. Okay, everybody, quick check-in. I have cut my blue paper down. I'm not getting this, and it's only because I have another sheet of it. It's got this wreath on the back, and I have a plan for that. I'm not going to get it because I just got so much paper, you guys. So I've cut this down a 1/2 inch. So now I have my little framed thing here, and I have fussy cut this little guy off of the paper. And so I've kind of got that laid there. Now, I did trim that a 1/2 inch also, so I've lost some of my 15, but I'm okay with that. And at the moment, that's kind of where I'm imagining that's going to go. I did fussy cut my little daisy here with the little ladybug. Now, this one I'm struggling with just a hair because I initially was just going to stick it in the corner. But I kind of want my card, but I don't know for certain yet, y'all. So this may still go up in the corner. But then my issue, the reason I don't like that too much is because then if I put my card over here, I've got this blue. And so my only other option is to somehow not have it touch and bring something out from here. I can't have this just in there. You know what I mean? So that all being said, I may get into this. I really don't know. Although I don't hate pulling this down and having this come here. So I actually don't hate that. So that might be what we do. I have my photo here. I'm debating on matting this again, like doing another matte, because I have this blue, which could be pretty, but then I lose kind of the contrast between that. These are all now too small. I do have this cream colored here, but I'm not sure I love that either. I'm not really certain, you guys, about this piece. I'm going to work on that in a minute. I'm not 100% certain. Because what I want to do next, so my frazzle idea here, I kind of want to braid it. And what I want to do is braid it and then have some kind of unbraided coming out. So my thinking is, I think I might cut this one in half. And this will be 2 of my little strands. And then I think I might use, I was debating on either the B one or the black and white. And I think I'm going to use the B one because the black and white has this, you know, like little, it's not a plaid, but but it is also straight lines, I guess. And I don't necessarily want to have 2 straight line thingies, so I think I'm going to use the B one. So I was going to cut the B one the same length as one of my 2 things here. And again, my thinking was, I don't know yet if I'm going to come out from here, be braided, and then have it kind of expand like this is kind of what I'm thinking. That I think is what I might do. So, that being said, I think what I'll do is I just fold this in half. I think that we get, by the way, I think it's basically 3 feet, by the way, a yard of frazzles when you get your frazzles. I don't know if I've mentioned this in the late rate. I usually put it in the description down below, but you can do, this is a monthly subscription, you guys. So make sure you go check out the website. If you're looking for a new subscription kit, the way it kind of works is she has like a base paper kit. So in this case, of course, it was the Simple Stories. And then she adds the little exclusives, you guys. So I've already used a couple of them on my previous videos. But then like on this, I still have little carrots left. And then she does like these cute little, these little leatherette pieces were just adorable. I still have this too. And then I have this one little, oh, this little ladybug might work good too. I may use that. I haven't seen, I know that Shannon Aller over at She's Crafty, she's also on the design team. She actually painted these with acrylic markers. I don't think I have any acrylic markers. Probably acrylic paint or something would work if you want to try something like that. And they were just gorgeous. They were very vibrantly colored. I was really impressed. So, again, what I think I'm going to do is somehow tie this in a little knot up here. I need to work on that. I'm not going to do that on camera because I'm very clumsy with my fingers. And then my idea is I'm going to braid this and end up with a braid that kind of, again, I'm going to have it kind of come out and then maybe expand. That's kind of my idea. So let me tie my little knot here. I'll try. Let me see, y'all. Just don't make fun of me because I'm very clumsy with my fingers. And hopefully Saturn don't get up here. I see her eyeing my table right now, y'all. If you see a black, oh, there she is. Okay, so here's my 3 strands, and I'm thinking I might come from here. I'm not certain because I got my butterfly there, but I'm thinking, like I said, I'm going to braid this guy. Where's my hands? I think this could be really cute. Not a real tight braid, I don't think. I need to mess with this just a bit. You guys, my hands. And I may need to, I'm standing at the moment, by the way, because I came in here and started messing with stuff and messing with the camera. And I may need to sit down just to think, you know. Actually, this is going pretty good. It's not too bad. I'm trying to keep my bee pattern kind of up in my braid, by the way. Okay, what do y'all think? And then, let me do one more. And then what if, again, it kind of comes out like this, right? And I kind of have this cute little thing like this. But then I got to figure out, I've got to think on this a little bit because I still don't have, where's my photo going to go now? If I did this, how am I doing my photo? Or does it come around like this maybe? You know? So, I may trim these too, right? So I don't have to have them that long. But on the other hand, if I do that, I lose some of my braid. I'm kind of imagining this, you guys. And then maybe, and here I'm rambling. Let me do a little thinking and I'll be back on so y'all don't have to sit there and watch me think. But that's kind of my idea right now. So I'll be back on in a second. Y'all, my daughter may call in just a minute. So if you hear a little break, it's because she's called and I've had to stop the recording. Okay, so you saw kind of where I was headed. I did find this little gingham over in my scraps from my kit there that I thought, you know what, there's a little blue branding strip piece that's attached to it. And I thought, well, this is kind of a cute little secondary mat here, a second mat. So I'm going to use that. I think, honestly, I think I may have glued down the bottom of my ribbon frazzle braid at this point. But I can't swear on it. I did pull out red tape. I have found red tape is usually a really good adhesive for like fabrics or, you know, things with kind of odd textures. Oh, I haven't glued it down, y'all. So what I'm going to do is, my photo is going to kind of go down. I'm going to nestle that down in there. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to cut my little frazzle and give it a little bow end. I can't remember the name of it. There's an actual word for that, but dovetail bow, I guess, on the end of my little fabrics here. Now, y'all, I wanted to hang on to that end of that bee ribbon or frazzle, and I don't know what I've done with it now. So I'm going to have to go looking again. I picked everything up, and I'm a little worried I threw it away because I didn't mean to. I still had about a good inch of it left. So here's kind of where that's going to go. I'm just organizing it. Now I'm going to use a little red tape, and I'm going to make it look a little wrinkled. The whole point of this is to be a little bit casual and wrinkled, and I don't have a reason for it. I mean, as it relates to the photograph, it doesn't really matter, but I just loved, honestly, how this little braid kind of looked with the little knot at the bottom and my little braids just kind of coming out up there. Now, my mama's shirt is kind of blue with some flowers on it, so I thought this turned out real cute. And then the card is that pink with that yellow butterfly, which works really good. Now, I will tell you, this card and this photo don't technically have anything to do with each other. So the card, I believe, was a Mother's Day, and the photo is in 2022. I believe we were on our way to Branson is what our deal is, because I looked at the date of it, and I go, okay, yeah, that was when we were headed down to Branson. So it's just a little trip. So technically the card and the photo don't really, quote, go together. But again, I mentioned in the beginning, it's more about just my mama, and, you know, in fact, she wrote her handwritings in that card and everything like that. So, and then I looked over my stuff, my little baggie of goodies from the Color Rush, and I've got this piece of burlap in there, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to add that texture. So I've got all this fabric going on. I got my little burlap, and I didn't even try to shape it or anything. It was a little bit, you know, it's burlap, so it kind of will unravel and this and that. And I kind of love that, you guys. I just kind of loved it. And I thought the yellow was perfect because it's basically the shade of yellow that's on the butterfly on that card. And so I just went with it. So that's going to be some of my, basically a photo mat. So I'm going to organize my ribbon here. Maybe I have already glued that down now at this point. I don't know. I've been watching it, but not watching it. I've used some red tape. I let it be a little wrinkled. I've glued down. I used red tape, but I also did use Nuvo glue, by the way, on the knot, because it was a little bit tricky. He was misbehaving, so I did use some Nuvo glue. Now, I've got my little ladybugs here. I think these are so stinking cute. They're very dimensional. They have a little foam dot on the bottom. So the top two, I was able to just use the foam dot. The bottom one, I went ahead and used glue because I am sticking it on top of that burlap. And I kind of made the top right there have that big ladybug be kind of part of the three. So that's my little visual jungle of ladybugs. Now I'm going to use butterflies elsewhere. My mother loves butterflies. She loves pink. So I'm just going to kind of put these butterflies around this ribbon. I will end up using Nuvo glue to attach them. I think I have 5. Now I actually also, I don't think you can see it. You might can see it. It's laying there. I went ahead and cut the butterfly off the side of my pink stripped thing. Stripped. The stripe that had like the little faux doily and stuff at the bottom, I went ahead and cut the butterfly off of that because it was getting completely covered by my photo. And again, I'm not even sad about it. It's okay. But I thought, you know, I might want to use that. So I pulled it off. I don't use all the butterflies. I still have plenty left, which is good because I think by next layout I'm going to use a bunch of butterflies, but we'll see. I'm going to just I'm kind of organized. I was looking at this and I had the pinks at the top and I thought, well, I want to kind of use that yellow, you know, across as well. So I've kind of got the blue, the yellow, and the pink are like the main colors, but then I've got my little red ladybugs kind of popped in there. I get on my chipboard. I really had it in my head to use one of those titles. I don't actually use them. I kind of decided that just the title, it may have to be daughter, even though technically it's about my mama. Maybe I can call this like Mama's Daughter or something like that, even though technically Mama's not on there. But I didn't want to, the titles just didn't really have a place to go in my design. And plus, it didn't really make sense. It's bloom and flowers and garden, and that's not really aligned with the topic of this layout. So I didn't use those. But I did pull out the little hearts. There was 3 little hearts on there, so I do put those on there. And I'm going to use Nuvo glue on those because they're sticky, but not real sticky. So I've got all that glued down, and I think the next thing I'm doing here, what am I doing? I can't see what I'm doing. what am I doing? Oh, it's the enamel dots, you guys. I'm so sorry. It's under the editing thing. So I decided to use some of these little enamel half pearls, the little opalescent half pearls. And I'm going to kind of tuck those around in there. And I'll put one up at the top too by the little hearts. And I think that looks really pretty. That's just making a little set of things up there. And then I'm actually going to go ahead. I didn't think I would, but I go ahead and pull in the little hexagon with the ladybug. I'm going to go ahead and glue that in over the side over there. Just tuck that in, because in my head I'm going, I have literally used every ladybug. I'm not going to have another time to use it. So I tucked it in there, and I think that looks kind of cute. And then I decided to go ahead and stamp the date of the trip on here. And I have a little old Stampin' Up! Punch. I just kind of punched that little date out of my little piece of scrap cardstock, and I'm going to glue that on my photo. It's actually going to go on the side. I kind of looked at it, and I kind of messed with it a little bit, but it's going to go right there. It's just kind of a little... I almost wrote on there, me and Mama on our trip to Branson, but I think the date, I've actually got a whole, album full of stuff as it relates to Branson, so I just kind of did that. And I love how this turned out, you guys. I think this is so fun, and there's a lot of movement in this layout. It's just real active looking, and I just love it. I'm going to slow this down here so you can kind of see the dimension up close. You can see my little ribbon there. See, I got my little knot in my braid. And there's the card. I will show you at the end of this, by the way, that I can open the card. And then there's my little ladybugs. Look how dimensional those are. Those look so cute, you guys. And then my ribbons are all kind of wrinkled up. And that is the layout. You can see the card there. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you check out the Color Rush Studio website. I'll have the link and stuff below. Again, this is a monthly subscription. This kit comes as a main kit. She will also have like add-ons and things like that. She has a la carte. I mean, tons of cute stuff. The exclusives are just adorable. So definitely make sure you check those out, and we will see you tomorrow. Bye.